Hi, I want to show you my Necron collection, my army. It has the name Nyxthar Dynasty, dark blue with metal, green energy colors as we're used to with Necrons. I've been collecting this army for 15 years and I just finished a couple units. The Monolith right there was my last unit. I got it second hand and I really love the old Monolith. The new one is okay, but I like the older ones. Nostalgic feeling maybe. This Necron Dynasty, their homeworld is a desolated grey planet. Grey rock sand with deep cold oceans where their tomb world resides. And their leader, their Pharaoh, is missing. During the Great Sleep, some Eldar came in and secretly took away the Pharaoh without the tomb awakening. And now this dynasty is trying to find their missing Pharaoh. That's their main mission, their goal. And as you can see, there I have some old models, some newer models. That's what happens if you collect it for 15 years. This is also my first Warhammer army, was Necrons. So I thought let's make my first army showcase video, let it be my Necrons. So I guess I will start with some of the leaders. I have the Overlord. It's not an official Games Workshop model. I modified it a bit, gave it a different head, different weapon. So now this is the Overlord. The Resurrection Orb, Warsight. I have two Lords. This is an old resin one. I believe this is a character. Forgot his name. Nemesis or Zandrak, maybe. I used it as a normal Lord with a Staff of Light. This is another Lord. This is an old metal one. This is how my army started, with this Lord. So it's an old paint job too. The Royal Warden, with some gold detail. Don't use them as much in games, but could be useful. Some Crypteks. This one has been kit bashed. It's an old resin Cryptek, but I gave him a different weapon, removed his legs, and now I mainly use it as a Chronomancer. This is my main Cryptek. I can use him as anything. It's kind of like a bland, or not bland, but blank slate Cryptek. Can use him as anything. Kit bashed from a Lord, Overlord kit. The Technomancer. Yeah, you can focus. Come on. Yeah, there we go. This cool cape. Really like the dark blue. He works. And the old still metal Catan. It's an old paint job, and some years later I added this color to him. I don't use him as much. And then I have the Blessmancer, but I use it as an Aethermancer. Aethermancer is also a Cryptek type, but not in 10th edition, but in other editions that I play. I play alternative rule sets, so I can use different type of Crypteks. And to guard those royal people, I have 10 Lychguard with the shield. When these guys were released in 5th edition, I immediately bought 5 of them. And then some years later, 5 more. New Necron warriors, older Necron warriors. Still like both of them, but you know, this is a better paying job than these older ones, but I was 14 years old, so it's okay. It's still doable, it's still clean, you know, everything within the lines doesn't look that bad. The Scarabs, half of them are green stuff. It's really easy to do with the help of blue stuff. And the paint job is also very easy. First I had them different. I had some metal colors and then I looked at all of them that I had to paint and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Let's keep it simple. It looks fine. So I have 21 of them. And to support them I have also 3 of those amazing Spyders, Canoptek Spyders. I still call them Spyders. And some of those bases that I have with my Necrons have those green crystals. Add a small highlight of green there and then it has a nice glowing effect. These are magnetized. Pretty easy. Also has every single one has a bloom prism. I like them to be a anti-psyker support, even though they lost that ability I think in 10th edition, but whatever, 10th edition is for babies anyway. Magnetize the weapons. Have some options, it's always nice. So, with the other Canoptek units I have these 2 great, Doomstalkers. Highlighting them was awful. But once you started, yeah, you gotta finish it. So, yeah, that wasn't great. Really learned something from that, and that is, if you want to paint an army, you gotta paint it in a way that you like to paint it. Like you gotta enjoy your time. This also, like, look at those highlights, crazy. Looks fine, but never again. Never again doing that. Same thing goes for these Ghost / Doomsday Arks. I've also magnetized them. But could remove the weapon and turn this around. It's also magnetized and becomes a Ghost Ark. With those 2 dots also magnetized. Then I have some Immortals. Yeah, you're probably thinking, why so much Tesla? Well, that's because I had those 10. And then second-hand market, I saw these, 20 of them already put together, painted gold. So, it was rather cheap, so it was a nice addition to the army. If I ever have to face a big army of small infantry, like a swarm army, a lot of Tyranids, guess I'll use them. And 5 of these are from Etsy, I believe, except for the arms, those are just the original arms. Really cool, so I got 5 of them. Use them a lot of the time for more like the back objectives, because they have longer range weapons. Triarch Stalker also highlighted. 14-year-old me that died. Well, it's fine. Oh. Also made a little mistake putting it together. I believe the eye here, that this piece, it should be the other way around, but it's fine, it works. It always dies, every game. It's like cursed. Then these 10, they are rather new to the army. Bought them at the same time with the Monolith, all second-hand, but I still had to put them together. They're really cool. 5 of them with the pistol and the blade, and then 5 of them with the staff. Hey, focus. It's not focusing. It's not focusing. Focus, please. There you go. It's kind of a cool pose. I painted these blades with a lighter blue instead of a light green effect, because they are supposed to be like void weapons, so made them a bit different from the normal phase weapons that the Necrons have. Yeah, they're cool jump back units. Gives the army some speed, because this army, as you can see, not the fastest. I don't have raids. Don't care much about the raids. For the instead of raids, I have 6 of these. In 9th edition, these were released, and they had some really cool art, where they exactly kind of, well, the paint job, the colors that they had were kind of like this. So it was really cool to see that kind of the paint scheme that I have, it's already part of the official lore. So that's a fun coincidence. This guy, you're probably thinking he's missing an arm. That's true. I didn't want to give him the gun. I didn't want to give him the 3rd arm. I didn't feel like it. So whenever he shoots, I just pretend he shoots some kind of green lightning from his claw or something. Or maybe lasers from his eyes, whatever. I like him this way. Yeah, happy with this guy. I haven't even used him much, only once I believe. This guy also fairly new to the army. The Hexmark Destroyer. The one with the 7 eyes. I like this head. You have 2 head options. I like this head way more. You know, 6 eyes for 6 guns. It makes sense. Then these older, but still great destroyers. Some people don't like how they are still, let's say, in production. They're a bit old, but I still love them. I think they look great. Maybe some nostalgia talking, I don't know, but I think they look cool. And you can still pose them fairly cool, like this one over here. And also like the posing on this one, where he's a bit like holding the gun, and oh, okay, something is falling. Just a moment. Okay, that was the soundproofing that fell. Probably will happen again soon. Oh, I'm already hearing it falling. Oh no. Let's ignore that. This Lord, he's gold, because the first time I started my Necrons was 12. And then restarted my Necrons when I was 14. The first time I had my Necrons, I painted them metal and gold. So this is like an homage back to my first Necron army. Painted him gold. He was also my first leader in that army, so that's why it's gold. I think it's fitting to a destroyer. He wants to be perfect in killing. Also have 10 of the snipers, the Deathmarks. Also bought them when they were released in 5th edition. When I saw these, I was like, I thought they were so cool. And they used to have rapid fire snipers. Now that's kind of gone, and that's a bummer. I think they should keep that back. Give them their rapid fire snipers back. That was cool and unique to them. And here we have the Monolith. Was a bitch to put together. Awful kit. Really awful. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Maybe I need to put some like of those old stickers in some places, but I'm liking it. It's a bit dusty. Oh. But it looks a bit dusty, but it's I don't know what it is. I can just, I don't know. But it's such a cool unit. Doesn't need that much paint. I just spray painted it black. Some highlights. Maybe you can see it. Some small highlights on those edges. But it was secondhand, and the buyer, sadly, already put this together, and you can see that there are just fingerprints inside the crystal. So that's not great. But it's fine. And the staircase was missing, so I had to 3D print a new staircase. But it's working, and I'm really happy with it. That was my showcase, I guess. Thank you for watching. I want to keep it short. Don't want to keep on rambling. Maybe in the future I will add some more units, but I don't. It feels like right now it's all finished. Everything is painted. Everything looks like coherent. And the wall fell. Alright, I also have 4 of these murder buckets. Also cheaply second-hand. A lot of this army is bought second-hand. It's just cheaper that way, huh? That's kinda how I collect my Warhammer nowadays. I don't buy it new, I just get it all second-hand. But it looks new. Maybe in the future I will also post more of my armies, my different armies. I've got some more. But this is my first army. Always been loving the Necrons. From the first moment I was getting into Warhammer 40k. When I was 12, I saw that art of the Necron warriors with the Monolith in the background, so I had to. That was the coolest thing. With these green rods, that really also helped selling me to them. And yeah, it's always been a cool army. Nothing in this army, by the way, is 3D printed except for the staircase for the Monolith. Everything else is just old metal, plastic or resin. And this wall right here. So thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, ask them. Bye.